Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Hand of Fate 2. With a little bit of a bonus. So, this game has Twitch integration, which I'm really excited for. Didn't get to use it in the beginning of the game, because that was the tutorial, and it was also after stream time and things. But here we are, now, live in front of a live living room, basement, bedroom, audience, wherever you guys are. And so we have Twitch integration on. Apparently, there's also a some way to get like extra features if the devs are around. But I think they're pretty busy with bigger streams right now. So if they show up, that'll be awesome. But if they don't show up, who cares? Whatever, we'll get them on the next round. I can actually talk to them, and they will schedule a day where we can where I can play, and they can screw with me, I guess. But so since I'm streaming this to YouTube and Twitch, for those people watching on YouTube side, if you guys want to be able to vote, unfortunately you're gonna have to be able to be on Twitch side to actually do the voting. But that'll be okay. And it looks like people can vote on chants, gifts, and maybe some other things. I think you can also like try and influence me. Red and green, blue, yellow, blue, red. Whatever. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let's get started.
I have clawed my way back, beyond the 13 gates, to this mortal realm. Welcome to my challenges. Together, we will traverse 22 paths of wisdom and despair, in the hope of awakening.
Okay, so we'll have to do some audio fiddling as we go along, because this can be a little bit loud. But, so we've already done the tutorial, which is the Fool. Next up's the Magician. Alright, so Companion encounters and equipment. These are new. Rescue the missing Empire soldiers from a town plagued with corruption. Growing Scourge. Prepare to fight the corrupted. Avoid Empire. Lose gold for every Empire killed. Oh. So I can only have the Trickster. So I might actually be able to have like a party here. Alright, well. Okay, so we're full up. Which means, let's leave these alone. We've already done them. Let's do every new one, especially the ones with the tokens. They're important, and equipment. Bastion of Purification. Cardinal Blade. It looks like it can just have everything. Eventually I'll have more, but we'll go from there. Let's see. So I think that's good. Let's start.
A casual call to heroism. How many adventures start thus? For 100 years I have thought about nothing but the game. I was defeated. It is true. I became complacent long before then. I thought I knew everything about the game and what it could be. Now you see before you the extent of my research. I have crafted this game anew.
Your conversation with the fur trader is interrupted as Malaclips arrives in a flurry. The whispers speak of trouble at the edge of the Empire. The town of Westwind is suffering against the Blight. Find out more about Westwind. So they're actually having a bit of a plot here. That's kind of cool. What do you want to know? Ask about Empire protection. A small garrison is meant to be protecting the town, but apparently they are all either dead or missing or drunk. Okay, what makes Westwind special? I've traveled far to escape the oppression of the Empire. Westwind gave me my freedom, and I intend to return the favor. What do I want to know? Where it is? Westwind sits on the outer edge of the Empire. While the Emperor focuses on the capital, its nobles and merchants, those at the fringes are neglected. And that's enough. Head to Westwind. You return to the markets and ask if any of the traders headed to Westwind might need an escort. There are three options: stonemason, food wagon, or a weaponsmith. Mason gives me money, food wagon. Let's go weaponsmith. You arranged an uncomfortable ride jammed in along many tools of a weaponsmith headed far west.
Like a compass, it indicates the truth of all directions.
Armor breaker. Bash causes additional damage to armor. One-handed, can riposte. And the special is 8 blades. Fire magical blades in 8 directions. Cool. Yeah, sure. You arrive at the town of Westwind. To defend the town, you'll need to locate as many Empire soldiers as you can before the Blight invades. That's interesting. So we have to recruit soldiers to get this done. Do I know how chat is supposed to be integrated? Not a clue. I assume it'll ping in whenever there's a question. It'd be nice if it actually, like, confirmed. It says it's connected, so I think it should work. I hope it does.
The Empire reaches too far. The North has gone from a loose collection of tribes to something to truly fear.
You find some Imperial soldiers strung up by Northerners. Fight to free them. You ready your weapon.
Let us see if the mage can help you here.
Oh, that's cool. So, apparently, the bot works. I will say it. And the options are minus food, minus max life, or plus max life. So people can be really nice to me or really, really mean. Well. Oh, you can even see the voting in the top. That's really cool. Malaclips, a magician, jester, and vagabond. When activated, Malaclips casts a protective spell that can block a single hit. Alright, companion ability is there. Gotcha.
If nothing else, I'll get a song out of this.
Ow. Okay. Did I... Well, this kind of works. Ow. I'm bad at catching those. So I'm gonna have to turn down the sound a little bit. A little bit more. Well, it looks like people are choosing to heal me, which is good, because I took some damage there I probably shouldn't have. Oh well. Armor gain, equipment. Alright, so we get the Bastion of Purification.
In more ways than one.
Damaging defense. Against corrupted, defend causes 30% of your weapon damage to attackers. Heavy. Reduces movement speed by 10% and can block ranged enemies. Sure. Works for me. And I get a health potion. With the Northerners dead, you free the soldiers. I really like this. The fact that there's kind of a plot to each of these really helps. So I'm gonna turn this down like another 2 ticks.
Commerce thrives in even the most unusual of locations.
Okay, the shopkeeper nods as you enter. Adventurer, how's the world up there? Okay, so I can buy some equipment. What's he have? I got 10 gold. I could get armor. I don't need a shield. I could buy food. How much food? I can buy 3 food. Yeah, let's just get 3 food. That'll last me. Want to just lower the master volume. I don't want to because him talking is kind of important in this game. For most games, I lower the master volume, but since his words are actually like very important as like how this works.
Age turns us all. She has done rather better than I in the time that has passed.
Oh, this is the gift of the forest, or the gift of the maiden from the previous one. Oh, yeah, it was the gift of the maiden in Hand of Fate 1, but now it's the gift of the old maiden. That's amusing. Walking through a shady forest, you encounter a frail old maiden. She stops to greet you. For centuries, I have helped the mortals who find themselves lost in my forest. Is there anything that may help you on your journey? Let's go for supplies. This should sustain you for a few days, she says, squinting at you with tired eyes. So we get 3 more food. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to start with the food.
Your companion has his own story to tell. We must wonder if this is a tale of a hero or a villain.
You arrive at the city markets to meet with Malaclip's associate. You find him sitting on a blanket by the sewer gates. You can't tell whether he's a goblin, a human, or an animate pile of greasy rags. A few wilted daisies and duckweed tied with rope are flopped on the ground around him. Merc! Malaclips calls to the creature, arms outstretched. I have a favor to ask you, my handsome friend. The greasy little goblin man raises a hand to stop the bard's prattle. 10 gold first. You know that. Malaclips looks at you expectantly. I don't have enough gold. The goblin man looks affronted. Malaclips places a consoling hand on him. Don't be mad. She doesn't know about how our kind work. Merc crosses his arms and turns his back to you. Malaclips makes soothing noises. Look here, Merc. We'll be back before you know it with the gold, okay? So I'll have to come back to this one later. Unfortunately, that'll probably be another one. I should have saved some money.
Here we begin to see one of the small ways I've changed the game. Each challenge differs both in their rules and their objectives. Even those cards which were once the stairs now vary per challenge, as you will see.
The West Wind Tower bell chimes feverishly. The town crier bellows, "Who's corrupted inside the town? They broke through the sewers and into Louse Lane. Our brave soldiers have gone down there to sort it out." You arrived to find Westwind's few remaining soldiers huddled to at the entrance of its poorest area, Louse Lane. "We cannot let the corruption spread. For the good of the town, we must dispose of anyone who's been tainted, even a little." Join the soldiers. You join the fight against the corrupted. Oh, looks like people are being real nice to me here. I like this transition scene. Oh, okay, I really like that transition scene. Facial animations are a bit weird. Cardinal Blade, prepared for violence in every major direction. I really like the illustrative work behind it, though. That's cool. Alright. So, I will confess, I'm not in the most, active of positions. So I'm going to be maybe a little bit... Oh, double damage against these guys. Yeah, I might not be exactly on the ball as far as reflexes and dodging, but that's okay. I do hope that the Twitch integration bonuses are a little bit more than just like plus HP, minus food. You know, like weapons or extra monsters. That would be more interesting to me. So with the corrupted threat removed, you ensure that these soldiers survive to aid the town's defense. The soldiers help you scavenge what you can from the remains of the poor souls taken by corruption. We gain equipment. We gain a warrior's axe, which I would not like to equip. And 3 food. And 10 gold. Unfortunately, I don't think we can go back to Malcalypse's friend. I doubt it'll show back up either.
In my day, thieves kept their distance. None would pickpocket a mage for fear of failure, or worse, success.
The Market Bazaar is a hive of activity. Traders from across the lands call out to passers-by to sell their wares. As the sun beats down on the crowded street, you pause briefly to draw water from a fountain. You feel something tug on the inside of your tunic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of the thief as they weave through the crowd.
Now you wager for more than mere success and failure. You choose the very stakes themselves.
People get to vote. On what card? So, I think the thing is, I think chance voting doesn't actually make it that. I don't even know what chance voting does. I think this is just you guys trying to tell me which one it is. So, the point is for these specific ones, the higher the chances just means that's the card you guys think it is. Not the, you don't choose that one. I actually think it's number 1. I was wrong. But everybody else was wrong too, sort of. Well, the number 4 people were right. Whatever. Anyway. The tangled maze of people proves too much for you, and the thief makes their escape.
In your life, you will have wandered endless intersections, yet this one sticks with you. Why? What is it in your memory that catches here?
Okay, you arrive at a signpost detailing the possible path east and west. Well, if I check the map, can I see what they are? Not really. It doesn't really let me zoom in. Well...
Always treat those who feed you with respect. Even I stand by this rule, and I have respect for few.
So every 8 movement, the Twitch integration, the voters, the people get to vote on whether or not I get a boon or a a Bane. You chance upon a wooden cart, overflowing with pears, pies, and many items otherwise. A wonderful smell wafts from the cart. Malclips shakes his head. Poor old Chester, this is why you should have never been seduced by the wiles of woman. Coin slave, they'll break your heart and leave you selling your lemon tarts with little business sense. The old farmer hawks his wares to a passerby. Tarts, pies, and exotic lies. Chester nods glumly as they approach. What would you like to buy this terribly dreary morning? Nothing.
Now your chance presents itself. At last, stand in the defense of the peasantry. What noble traits you display already.
So we're going to search for more recruits. You retreat from the bell tower in Westbend to search for more recruits.
They got themselves into this mess. I don't see why you should get them out.
It's the same one as before. Yeah, so every 8 steps we will get a boon or a bane. That'll be kind of fun. That will be better when we do infinite mode, I think. Endless mode should be great shit. Raider, from the frozen darkness of the far north they came. Northerners can perform combo attacks. Use riposte with single-handed weapons to deal extra damage immediately after you defend.
By sea and sun, fate and bane!
Ah, that still hits. Yeah, the dodge roll ain't nearly as strong as it used to be. Like, you really have to dodge at the right time for that. Because hitboxes actually matter in this one. But that's actually kind of cool. Indomitable will. The player cannot starve to death, but can starve down to 1 life. 7 food. 2 recruits.
They place themselves in these dire positions, and then expect a hero to come rescue them when things become too much.
While patrolling the outskirts of Westwind, you hear the clash of steel and the unmistakable groan of corrupted. Your investigation leads you to a distressed nobleman perched upon the roof of his carriage. Thank the gods I was heading to tea with the Duke Gilbert when we were ambushed. My footmen left me here to fight them off, but the brawl has now dispersed into the forest. The noble peers fearfully at the tree line. If you stay here and protect me, I can pay. Let's go after the soldiers. We don't need the extra money. Oh boy, you rush into the forest and quickly encounter a squad of Empire soldiers battling the corrupted. This is also one of those where it usually feels like feeding your greed. It goes poorly. But yeah, this is a whole bunch of enemies. I love the modeling on everything. Main character's expressions are a little goofy. Bastion of Purification. Niall was a wildly inquisitive craftsman, and also quite mad. That's a whole mess of enemies. Luckily, I don't think these guys have unblockable attacks, and I do bonus damage against them. Now if I stand right in the center of all these guys... Nope, only hits a couple of them. Ooh, that was cool looking. Yeah, I really like these. I really like the enemy types. I mean, we'll probably still have lizardmen to deal with in this game, but maybe not. Oh, have the soldiers died already? I wonder if I actually get to recruit them, but I could be wrong. Alright, we get 1 equipment from 2. Soldier's sword or a shield. Eh. I mean, neither are good. Once we have more equipment, then we can have more stuff than that. And I heal up. Although the corrupted have been vanquished, no Empire soldiers remain. You return to the road and find only the wreckage of the noble's carriage. You head back to Westwind. Yeah, I didn't protect them all, I guess, or something. I don't know, whatever. General store! Hey, I can go shopping. Okay, so let's sell equipment, because I am poor. Let's sell the warrior's axe. And the soldier's sword. What equipment can I buy? Brigand's blades. Interesting. Are they worth it? Sure, why not? We've already... I didn't mean to leave. Balls. Oh, interesting. Moving around the board. Oh, we can farm this. Moving around the board does not cost me any food.
Another chance to redeem yourself.
Well, ring the bell.
Let's see how you handle it this time.
As night cloaks Westwind, you can sense the corruption rising from the shadows all around you. You survey any soldiers you've managed to recruit. You've gathered a large group of soldiers to defend the town. Here's hoping you won't need any more. Alright. I should probably sit up in the chair so I can do this right as opposed to poorly. You must survive till morning when Imperial reinforcements will arrive. Give a rousing speech. I think it's this one. Shit. Well, whatever. Yeah, you can watch the cards. Tell me if you guys want me to slow down that much for the cards. I know you guys can try and influence my decisions, but I don't really want to wait around for that. It doesn't matter that much. Oh, Jesus. That is... Terror of Westwind. As the final vestiges of humanity are erased, the Terror awakes. Use Bash to break the Terror's corrupted armor and defeat it with a finisher before it regenerates.
With all these soldiers, you think we could have left you home?
At least my sword does bonus damage against these guys. I also really like the fact that we really don't have to worry too much about... we don't really have to worry too much about positioning here. Okay, let's keep saving soldiers. Okay, can I... Ow. Ooh, ow. Owie, ow. Well, at least we know how to bash enemies. Which is helpful. Alright, and there we go. So let's just bash this guy a bunch. There we go. Can we... There we... Oh. That'll do the trick. Oh, that's his armor meter. That's cool. So you can actually see how much armor he has. Ow. Really? Well, we're fine.
A mighty creature of chaos felled by your power. Does it satisfy you, this bloodshed? Knowing those you destroy were once simple peasants, going about their day.
Once the corrupted behemoth falls, the rest of the minions flee, their spirits broken. The soldiers erupt in cheers, praising your valor. You can rest until morning, ready to greet the reinforcements, with the town already saved.
The magician returns to the deck, but now we only begin our stories of fate, folly, and magic. Do not think I'm satisfied with this, but at least we have a place to begin. Now you have learned the simplest of ways to build your deck. Each challenge will provide its own unique trials. Here are some more tools to keep you in good stead.
Alright, so we get a ruby ring, a valiant aegis, and a winter's bane. And we also get Man-Eating Tree, Gnomish Exchange, Lost Boy, Pauper Plague, and Westwind Tavern. Yeah, by the way, you guys can keep voting, here.
As you play, you will find more options open to you. Should you find yourself blocked or overly challenged, take the time to explore the board. Unlocking cards will give you options you have not yet considered.
Because the way the Twitch integration works is it actually crosses from round to round. So you guys can keep voting. It doesn't matter. I thought it was going to wipe it at the end of a round, but no. So right now the -5 food is going to give me a bit of a the -5 food is going to give me a bit of a handicap going into the High Priestess. But hey, if that's it, that's it.